If you're looking for the best sports memorabilia and card break room on the internet, you've come to the right place. Welcome to Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Tonight's action will move fast, so we want to prep you for what you're about to see on your screen. First, the all-important dice roll number. At the top of the show, the host will randomize a series of numbers. The number selected from the randomizer will become the dice roll number for the entire show. Meaning every mystery box that is broken, the names of every collector will be placed on a list and randomized using the dice roll number for the show. Next, you see this black ticker down here? This shows you which numbers are still available in each and every Ultimate Autographs mystery box series. When a break fills or sells out, the host will ask for a number. This is where you make your selection from. Simply type a number in the chat, and the host will pick the first number they see. Throughout the show, you may see two different types of breaks: divisional and top spot. Divisional breaks are most common. In this format, all 8 individuals who enter a football-themed break will be positioned next to one of 8 football divisions after their names are randomized using the show's dice roll number. When the mystery box is opened, the football division of the team represented in that mystery box becomes the winning division. The lucky collector whose name is randomly placed next to that football division takes home the signed piece of authenticated memorabilia. Our top spot format is typically reserved for giveaways, college-themed series, and non-football breaks. In a top spot break, all names are added to a list. They are randomized using the show's dice roll number. At the end of the randomization, the name at the top becomes the winner of the signed item or prize. Breaking sports memorabilia has never been easier or more fun than it is in Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Remember, every mystery box series you see on the show can also be purchased as a personal mystery box that is either shipped directly to your home for you to open, or you can request to have it opened on a future Ultimate Autographs Live Breaks broadcast. Also, while you're waiting for your break to fill, we encourage you to look around ultimateautographs.com to see if you find a piece of memorabilia you love and want to add to your collection. And don't forget, every live break spot you purchase will earn you Signature Club points if you are enrolled, which you can exchange for exciting UA prizes and store credit. All right, the time has come. Let's break some certified, authentic sports memorabilia in Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room. Tell them, boys.
Hello and welcome to Ultimate Autographs. I'm Kamen with Mike. We have a huge show for you today, guys. Just 6 boxes left in the Chasing Moss mini helmet series. We're going to close that series out this show, still chasing Randy Moss. We've got a double and a quad to kick off the show. We have a lot of good stuff on the site. If you like Randy Moss, he's also the big headliner in our new replica helmet series. Just dropping this show, Randy Moss and other great fast receivers, fast players, some great legends in that one. We had a lot of good helmets in the buzzer beater helmets. And if you like baseball or basketball, we do have baseball and basketball only series on the site. It's going to be a fun show. Mike, how are you today?
You know what? I'm doing well. A little frazzled. Got to run a little bit behind schedule today personally. But
okay.
Other than that, it is beautiful, bright, sunny, 60 degrees out here in the Chicagoland area today. So I am a happy camper.
It is definitely beautiful. Let's keep that weather rocking and rolling. You know how we start off the show. We head to the randomizer. We head to the dice roll. We need 6 or higher to play. 5 won't do. Let's roll again. How about a 6 exactly?
That'll work.
Dice roller for the day is going to be 6. That's how often we're randomizing names for our divisions or top spot breaks. A wheel of names. Let's see what we're chasing today. Chase item of the day. Spin that wheel at the end of the show. Well, this is a good one. The fast break basketball jerseys. Mike, that's good because we already have one of those filled up.
We sure do.
So fast break jerseys. That's a really good series. Maybe one we're sleeping on a little bit in the break room. But a lot of good jerseys in that one. Looking forward to ripping some basketball jerseys. That's actually our 3rd break that's filled up. We have 3 breaks filled up. We've got that double and that quad and the Moss and a lot more. Kamen, guess what Kansas City helmet I got? That's Caden. I'm going to guess Travis Kelsey. We have Kelsey a lot in the break room. Are you okay, Mike?
I'm fine. I'm going to guess Willie Roaf.
Willie Roaf. We have him a lot as well. Caden, what one did you get? What one did you get? Fast break jerseys is the chase. 6 is the dice roller. Nope. I got to guess again.
It's a hard nope.
Tyreek Hill, maybe? Maybe Tyreek Hill. Let's see. Pat Mahomes?
Oh.
Was that in our break room, or did you just buy one yourself, Caden, somewhere? That's pretty cool. Patrick Mahomes, the best Chief there is. I like that, Caden. Hey, speaking of great helmets, Chasing Moss #1. Randy Moss out there still. Zebediah Schutz, Zachary Watson, Michael Lepre, Gary Stone, Eric Germani, and Caden. Caden, you're in here. Drop us 2 box numbers. We're going to do this Chasing Moss double. Then we'll do a quad to close out the series. So we need 2 box numbers, guys. Let's get that Randy Moss. Let's get Randall Moss.
Let's do it.
Bought one. Always wanted him since he joined us. How could you not want Patrick Mahomes? I mean, he's an MVP quarterback. He's won a regular season MVP. He's won a Super Bowl MVP. He's setting all sorts of records. I would want him for sure.
You know, I have a Pat Mahomes autograph. Pat Mahomes Sr.
There you go. His dad was a baseball player.
Pitcher. Great pitcher.
All right, Mike. 38 and 47 is called out by Caden.
All right.
All right, I'm heading to the randomizer for your divisions. 38 and 47. And then that'll make it easy because we have every remaining box to go in the quad afterwards.
I'm just going to bring over.
Bring them over. I'll get them ready to go.
Put 'em over here.
All right, 6 clicks. 1 more click for your divisions. There we go. Good luck, everybody. Good luck. First break of hopefully many today. We're going to have a fun afternoon here in the UA Live break room. All right, Zachary Watson. You've got the NFC North and NFC South and NFC East.
Ooh.
Zachary, could it be Randy Moss in the North? Michael Lepre, you've got the NFC West. Zebediah in the AFC North. Gary in the AFC South. Caden, you've got the AFC East. And Eric out in the AFC West. Is that a St. Peter's Peacocks hoodie Kamen? Yes, it is, Chris. I got my St. Peter's gear here. It's not even a hoodie.
Oh, my God.
But St. Peter's, 15 seed to the Sweet 16, the 3rd ever 15 seed in the Sweet 16. I had Kentucky out against Purdue, so that actually didn't hurt my bracket, surprisingly. Chris Roberts, NFC North, AFC West. No perfect brackets out there, Mike, on any of the platforms.
That's what I heard.
So, a lot of madness, for sure.
Ya heard.
You heard with Purd? It's a little Parks and Rec reference for you there.
I thought you were going to say you heard like Larry Bird.
That's a good one as well. All right, first break of the day. First helmet. This one is fitting. Woo Pig Suey, says Chris. How about the first Madden cover athlete? Garrison Hurst, one of the best running backs in the 90s for the Niners and early 2000s. First Madden cover athlete in 1999, Garrison Hurst. He was a former All-Pro player, second-team All-Pro in 1998 after 1,570 rush yards. Heisman Trophy finalist at Georgia. NFL Comeback Player of the Year as well. So one of the best running backs in the late 90s, early 2000s. If he didn't get hurt, he could have been even greater. Garrison Hurst on the Eclipse. That is the NFC West. 1 spot, Michael Lepre. Michael, congratulations on your Garrison Hurst hit to get us started. Not a bad start.
All one is all you need.
1 spot, Mike. All you need, as you just said. Very nice. Garrison Hurst. I really like him. He is a guy we have in the break room a lot. Definitely one of my favorite non-headliner hits to pull in here.
For sure, and like I always say, I appreciate when they use an unconventional color of ink.
Sure.
I think that's gold ink on that. Looks really nice with that helmet.
It looks clean. Very clean. Michael, congratulations on your Garrison Hurst
Thank you.
mini. Michael, Michael.
Gotcha.
Michael Byer.
Just kidding.
Michael Lepre with the win. Chris Roberts. Arkansas played some lockdown defense. They didn't do a lot of good shooting, but they didn't have to shoot very well in that win for Arkansas. My girlfriend is the only one in my bracket challenge, Mike, that has a perfect region. She has one of the regions is still all green.
Oh, wow.
So I think if Houston wins, she moves in the first place in my 6-person bracket challenge. Right now, her and I are tied for second. So a lot of drama there.
You know, in the medical field, the green region is cause for scare.
Yes, it is.
Yes, you don't want that.
Quadrina, the minis are sold out.
Yes, indeed they are.
We did a double, and we put a quad up because there was just 6 minis left, 4 after the double. So the minis are gone, unfortunately. We hope to get you guys some minis maybe tomorrow or Tuesday. We'll not have minis tonight, but we'll have a lot of good stuff. Speaking of minis and greatness, how about Antonio Gates?
Hey.
Gatesy, Antonio Gates, 7th all-time in career receiving touchdowns, 1st among tight ends. Beautiful looking Chargers lunar. Antonio Gates out in the AFC West. Eric G. Eric, congratulations, man. You are taking home Antonio Gates. That series went fast. We dropped that series Friday night. It took us Friday night, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, and now Sunday afternoon. 4 shows to close out the minis. That is a quick reminder to Katrina and everyone else. You never know when a series is going to get hot. So if you really want to play something, play it right away. If you're looking for certain items, don't mess around. Let me bag and tag this as well. Katrina, I got a mini Friday, says Chris Roberts. You'd like.
There you go.
What'd you get, Chris? I can't remember. I was in here and I still can't remember what Chris got. Normally, I remember everything Chris wins, including his first break ever. Got a double box break. Chris won DeAndre Swift and Dan Hampton.
Wow.
1 spot, won 2 minis, his first ever break.
The Danimal.
Eric G, I don't think is new. I saw him in the order page. Looked like he joined us yesterday.
Yeah, he's got a handful of orders in here.
Pretty new. Antonio Gates, probably the 2nd greatest tight end of all time behind Tony Gonzalez. He does have more receiving touchdowns than Tony G. Travis Kelce might pass him up, Rob Gronkowski, but regardless, you put Antonio 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Clearly a top 5 tight end of all time.
Absolutely.
Excellent hit in the AFC West. Eric. You got the Leonard, says Quadrina. Darius Leonard. That might have been Chris.
Darius.
It was Darius Leonard on a camo. It was beautiful. All right, guys. So, Mike, actually, there are only 4 boxes left. You've got them, so I don't need a box number on the quad. I'm just going to randomize the names
Works for me.
For the divisions.
Hey, everybody, let's get those orders in. Keep things rocking and rolling here. Go ahead and hop on over to the live breaks page.
Memory like an elephant, indeed, Chris. So, Mike, we had a few personals in this series, but have not seen the Randy Moss go in the room yet. So, the Randy Moss should be in this break.
Okay.
Unless someone got really lucky and got him to their house. All right, 6 times for the divisions. Ryan Murray has the NFC North. That is where Randy Moss would be. So, Ryan, you've got the NFC North. Dylan in the NFC South. We got Zebediah in the NFC East. Ashley Schutz, NFC West. Zachary Erickson out in the AFC North. Eric G just won AFC South and East. And Michael just won out in the AFC West. Chasing Moss quad. So, Mike will hand me those last 4 box numbers. I'm going to go chronologically. I know we like to do that, so let's see.
Okay.
We got 41, 42, 43, and 48. Okay. All right. So this series out of 50. So some of those last ones are gone already. NFC North, AFC West, AFC East, NFC East. There you go, says Chris. All right. 41. We're going with 41 on the first box. Good luck, everyone. Good luck. Chasing Moss quad. We close out the series with this mini right here. These next 4 minis, rather. Get them while they still can. By the way, I recommend the Catch Me If You Can Chasing Moss replica helmets. Those are up on the site right now. I think it's our closest break, Mike.
And I recommend the soup of the day.
There you go. That's not bad. Ooh, look at this. This is one of my favorite looking helmets. We got ourselves Randy Granachar on the Broncos. Look at that Bronco. Randy G, 7-time Pro Bowler for the Broncos. An excellent defensive player. 6-time All-Pro. Mike, he was a depoy in 1978. A college football Hall of Famer. Played at Ohio State. soon to be an NFL Hall of Famer. And look at how good that donkey is right there. Beautiful signature, beautiful mini. Randy Gratishar, the AFC West. Another one for the AFC West. Another one from Michael Lepre. Congrats, Michael. Randy Gratishar. All righty. Chris got one for sure. Looks more like a crab than a horse, says Bob. That's actually pretty accurate, Bob. I'm not going to lie. Hard to disagree with that one.
I'll tell you what it looks like. It looks like you went to a kindergarten class and you were like, hey, everybody draw a horse, and you picked the best one.
Hey, that's way better than what I would draw. I'll tell you what, those kindergartners would have me beat big time. I really like this, though. I've seen this actually once before, and it was a Randy Gratishar mini.
Okay.
So I don't see that very often. So really, really retro looking.
Fun fact,
Bronco.
that helmet was painted and designed by Stevie Wonder.
I'm sure that's accurate, Mike.
You know it is.
Nice, Chris. I like it. That pony's a winner, that's for sure. He's a winner. He's also something else, as Chris likes to point out.
Apparently.
Apparently. All right. Box 42. Second of 4 boxes here. Good luck, guys. Huh. There it is. Randy Moss. Gotta love it. Randy Moss on the Eclipse, the silver ink on the black helmet. Second all-time in receiving touchdowns. 4th all-time in receiving yards. Randy Moss. Maybe Jerry Rice, the only better receiver. Randy was just as talented, though. How about it, Randy Moss? We chased them, went down to the very last break. Box 42 out of 50. That is Ryan Murray with the Randy Moss. How about it, Ryan? Woo! As Ric Flair would say.
Oh, Randy.
Oh, Randy. Oh, Ryan. Hey, it's an R connection.
There you go.
Ryan and Randy. Randy Moss.
And Ryan Murray.
Ryan Murray.
Randy Moss, they're flipped.
RM to RM. That's what it takes.
Randy Moss.
I like that. Ryan Murray, congratulations, man. You got yourself probably the best mini in this series. The series was named after All Chasing Moss.
That's right.
Very nice.
We caught him.
And, we caught him fast because I know he won in the last box, but this series, Mike, as you like to say sometimes, you break Monday through Thursday.
I do.
You didn't get a chance to break a single box in this series.
Nope.
That's how quickly it went, which is, unfortunately you miss out on that, but also good news for us because it means we're selling hot.
That's right.
Woo indeed, says Ryan Murray. Good job, Ryan. Congratulations on the Randy Moss.
Where's Trevor Giddis? I know he's probably salivating over that one.
And he entered a whole bunch of minis. He probably wanted that one. Trev.
He did.
Hey, get Randy Moss out there in the Catch Me If You Can replica helmets. We haven't opened the single box yet. I like that. That's a good start to the show. Good start. All right. Woo, this is nice. We got a former Super Bowl MVP, Dexter Jackson of the Bucks. Dexter Jackson, Super Bowl MVP in 03. Over the Raiders, 2 interceptions in that Super Bowl. Part of that great Buccaneer defense. It was Dexter Jackson, John Lynch. They had Warren Sapp, Derek Brooks. I mean, such a great defense. And he did have that shining night where he was the best one of the bunch, at least in that game against the Raiders. Dexter Jackson, Super Bowl MVP. Beautiful looking Bucks mini. Zebediah Schutz. Excuse me, Dylan Gorski in the NFC South. Dylan Gorski, congratulations, Dylan. You got yourself Dexter Jackson. All righty, Dylan. Got to win. It's a quad box break. 3 different winners so far, Mike.
Gotta love that.
Gotta love that. Everyone, well, not everyone, but mostly everyone happy. We are spreading out the love. Had a few really good minis late in this series. The Randy Moss and then the Antonio Gates.
Tony. Both of the greatest tight ends of all time so far, both Anthony and Antonio.
Okay, something about the A's. Something about that. Travis Kelce's a T, but it's it's common names. Travis, you got Rob Gronkowski, Rob, pretty common. George Kittle. Yeah, a lot of very common names. Mike Ditka, if we're going back in the day, was an all-time great tight end. So I guess you need that type of, very stereotypical name.
Greg Olson.
Kellen Winslow, though.
Yeah, okay, that's
Kellen's not a name you see very often. All right, one more box. Box 48. The last box. Again, we had a couple personals. So it looks like maybe 49 and 50 either went yesterday in the show or went on a personal. So box 48.
Gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. I know who's gonna like this one especially. Well, the winner of the mini is. That is an AFC West hit.
Ooh.
It's a Broncos flash. We got Marlon Briscoe. He signed it for you. First black NFL quarterback. The very first African-American black player to play quarterback in the NFL. He's actually a college football Hall of Famer. A 1970 Pro Bowler in the NFL. He played some receiver in the NFL. Also played some quarterback. A very nice hit. Marlon Briscoe, the very first, the trendsetter, paved the way for Doug Williams to be the first to win the Super Bowl. Obviously, Randall Cunningham, Donovan McNabb, Michael Vick, Lamar Jackson. I mean, all these guys getting their shot because Marlon Briscoe got it started. So, Michael Lepre, you got yourself Randy Gradishar and Marlon Briscoe. Quad box break. Michael had one spot, won 2 minis. And then the double had one spot, won a mini. So, Michael Lepre, cashing in, Michael. Very nice.
Cash it.
Cash it, homie. Straight cash, homie. That's what Randy Moss signed some of his helmets.
That's right. Got that Briscoe melt.
Briscoe melt. It even looks like a Briscoe melt because it's orange.
And a couple of Broncos.
Yeah, we had Randy Gradishar
Both
earlier.
going to Michael.
Both going to Michael.
In this break.
In this break?
Yeah, 2 Broncos.
All right, Michael. Michael, I think, was he a Chicago fan? Or was he a Colts fan? I feel like he liked one of the closer teams. But I can't remember for sure.
Now I don't remember. No, you got me second guessing everything.
Yeah. Chris says 4 for 6 on the minis. I believe that's .667 average. Chris, you're the man.
Hey.
You are the man, Chris. You're picking out some good stuff today.
Pretty darn good average.
All right. Well, hey, I'm excited that we do have a basketball jersey break filled up.
Yes,
we got the fast break jerseys coming up. A whole bunch of Zachary Watson. We got Brandon Chong, James Stanhope, and Stuart Shaganaw in here. Stu, how you doing, Stu? Stu is currently leading the bracket challenge, which I'll show you maybe after this break, Mike. We have a bracket challenge that lasted all this week. Today is the last day to hop in. Whoever gets the most slots has the best chance to win a Kyler Murray authentic signed helmet.
What?
So, NBA East, says Chris Roberts, looking for an Eastern Conference player. Cleveland State coach Dennis Gates is expected to become the next men's basketball coach at Missouri, sources told ESPN on Saturday. I saw that, Bob. Feel like they could have done a little better, but I don't know. I don't know enough about Dennis Gates. It seemed like he did okay at Cleveland State, but not amazing because they aren't in the dance. So I don't know. That the SEC is a big move. Go from, I know it's Mizzou, they're not the top of the SEC, but Cleveland State to SEC. You must have really nailed that interview. That's what I'll say, Mike. Must have really, really hit that interview. Speaking of hitting, Stewart, Brandon, James, and Zachary. I haven't seen you guys in the chat this show. I'll give you guys about a minute or two to hop in and give us a box number. Otherwise, I'll let the randomizer pick. Mike, looks like we have 3 slots in the Catch Me If You Can replica helmet series. 10 in the fast break number 2, 8 in league winner jerseys, 10 in beater box, 8 in buzzer beater, 7 in multi-sport slab, and 8 in loaded dice baseball. So I'll show you guys the 2 new series on the randomizer while I give you guys a second on those box numbers. So these are the Catch Me If You Can replica helmets. We've got a great list of headliners. Actually, let's not hide some of them. We've got Michael Vick, the fastest quarterback ever. Devin Hester, the best kick returner. We know that as Bears fans, set the all-time return record. Ray Lewis, most tackles ever. Not as fast as some of these other guys in here, but he is clearly better than most of them. if not all of them. Keenan Allen, multi-time Pro Bowl receiver. I think he's made the last 5 Pro Bowls. Tyreek Hill, I think the last 6. The Cheetah, fastest receiver in the game. Stephon Diggs led the league in receiving yards a couple years ago. And then here's Randy Moss again. Randy Moss, Hall of Fame 18 on the Flash helmet. Randy. So that's a really, really good series. One that I definitely want to get into, guys. That is our closest break right now. And I want to let you guys know about this multi-sport slab series as well.
We're knocking down slots already.
We're knocking down slots. We have my favorite athlete of all time in there, Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi, perhaps the greatest soccer player ever. Maybe I'm a little biased, but if you ask me, that's where I've got him. We've got Joe Montana, signed Joe Montana card. Obviously, 4 Super Bowl wins for Joe Montana, undefeated in the Super Bowl. Got Stephen Curry, the NBA's best three-point shooter ever. Josh Allen, the great Bills quarterback, absolute talent, probably top 3 QB in the game. Russell Wilson on Seattle. Now he's with the Broncos. Tyler Hero, the great shooter for the Miami Heat. And Serena Williams. Serena Williams, maybe the greatest female or male tennis player of all time. So it's pretty good. It is pretty good. Get your slots into that. 7 away there, and then 3 away on those replica helmets, as I mentioned. Chris Roberts, Mike, has been asking for a Steph Curry for a while in the break room. There you go, Chris. There you go.
Hey, Chris, stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for maybe some more Curry.
If you like Steph Curry, stay tuned.
All right. Well, it is fitting we're talking about Curry because we do have a basketball break coming up. Still haven't heard from the folks, so I'm going to head to the randomizer. I'm going to grab every fast break jersey we have on the ticker, which is 5, 8, 16, 18, 19, and 20. So heading into there, and whatever one is top spot after 6 is the box we're going with. Caitlin Clark in Iowa get upset. Creighton 64-62. Caitlin Clark 4 of 19 for shooting.
Ouch.
It is March Madness on the ladies' side as well. A lot of madness. Who won that Houston-Illinois game? That one probably is final by now. I will take a look in a second. Who won, Mike?
Oh, I don't know.
Don, what's up? He says, hey, what's up, fellas? Says Don. The replica helmet is up. Houston up by 15. Okay, Bob. Well, hey, my girlfriend is about to move into first place in our bracket challenge. Me and my buddies. All right, 5 is the top spot after 6 clicks. So box 5 on the fast break jerseys. Eric says Houston. Okay. Well, go Cougars. Cougars are pretty darn good for sure.
Kane County?
Kane County Cougars.
Elmhurst?
Elmhurst.
I was on the Elmhurst Cougars.
The Elmhurst D3 basketball team got 2nd place, Mike.
Did they?
2nd place in the nation.
Dang, dude, that was so close.
So close.
I said Elmhurst College and Grand Valley.
That's right.
Those are my 2 picks.
Illinois, head back to Urbana-Champaign. Chambana, says Bob.
Chambana.
Illinois, Bob, I actually picked them to lose in the first round, Mike, and I was so upset it was so close. They led for 25 seconds in that game against Chattanooga. 1 by 1. Illinois has 2 wins in the tournament since 2013. They got one last year as a 1 seed and won by 1 point this year as a 4 seed. Just have not done well in the NCAA tournament. Bob, what happened to Slime? Bob got himself in Twitch jail. If you change your username on Twitch, you gotta wait 2 months until you can change it back. I think Bob
is gotta be close.
He's gotta be close. Gotta be coming up on that deadline. Ooh, Mike.
What do we got?
You're gonna like this one.
I bet I will.
Oh, this is great. This is one of my all-time favorite basketball players.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. One of the all-time great role players. How about Tony Kukoc? Chicago Bull. He was very coveted by Jerry Krause. Scouting Europe, of course, for Tony Kukoc. Actually, in the Olympics, Scotty and Michael were so jealous how much Jerry liked Tony Kukoc that they manned him up in the gold medal game against Kukoc. Very good player, though. He helped the Bulls win a couple rings, 3 rings, in fact, in a row. He was on those 3 later Bull championship rings. Had a game winner as well. One of the playoff games got Scottie Pippen upset that Kukoc got the last shot instead of him.
Yep.
I started watching NBA basketball right when Jordan left. So that amazing 98 Bulls last dance team, Jordan left, Scottie left, Dennis left, Ron Harper left, Steve Kerr left. This was the best player on the Bulls. It was him and Elton Brand when they had Tim Floyd as the coach.
Yep.
They were really bad back then, but Tony Kukoc, huge fan of Tony.
You know,
Beautiful looking jersey.
fun fact about Tony Kukoc is that he's also a special advisor to Jerry Reinsdorf right now.
Okay, there you go.
That is his current occupation.
Still helping out the Bulls.
That's right.
Does he advise on the White Sox, or they just keep him to basketball?
I think just basketball.
Just basketball.
The Croatian.
There you go. I like that.
Me
Tony Kukoc. That is an excellent hit. Definitely one of my favorite all-time players. As a Bulls fan, he meant a lot to those championship teams. I mean, Michael and Scottie, obviously the stars, but you need the Tony Kukoc, the Steve Kerr, the Ron Harper, Luke Longley. They had such good role players. It was perfect. He was a good shooter, really good passer as well, Tony Kukoc, back in the day. All right, 4, 5, all right, 6 clicks. One more click. Top spot for Tony Kukoc. Zachary Watson. Zachary had a whole bunch of spots in there. Earned himself that win. Tony Kukoc jersey. All right, Zachary, congratulations. All right, Don is a YouTube guy. He's not a Twitch guy. Bob is very, very adamant that he's not a Facebook guy. Normally, I like YouTube the most, but if I ever watch our break room, I actually watch on Facebook just because it tells us we're on, and I've got the app, and it's just very easy to watch. But
I got rid of my Facebook 6 years ago.
Okay.
I got rid of my Facebook, and I have never looked back. It was one of the best decisions of my entire life. I'm a YouTube guy. Twitch is all right, but I'm a YouTube guy.
Well, YouTube is the best for watching back our shows. The shows I know get posted. You can watch them back on Facebook and YouTube. I think Twitch as well, but on YouTube, they get labeled by the date, and there's a lot of good content on YouTube. They're nice and organized there for you. Tony Kukoc.
I agree.
I'll never be on Facebook. I wouldn't want Mark Zuckerberg mowing my lawn. No, that wouldn't be a great thing to do, for sure. It just depends how you use Facebook. I stay away from the political battles on there and all that stuff. I use my Facebook for positivity. It's good to see, like, you know, what's going on with people you haven't seen in a while. But I definitely spend considerably less time on Facebook than I used to.
Sure.
Back in its heyday, I was aboard the Facebook train. I've also had enough of it.
Enough of it.
All right. Well, hey guys, closed up our pre-filled breaks. Are we close on that rep series? Are we closed yet, Mike?
We are 3 spots away still on the replica helmet series, the Catch Me If You Can replica helmet series, and now we are only 5 slots away, halfway there on multi-sport slabs. Those are our closest breaks right now, and I just dropped the link for the live breaks page into the Twitch chat.
Okay, so as Mike said, those are our closest breaks. Those are also our freshest breaks. So Catch Me If You Can. You can get yourself a Randy Moss. You can get yourself Stephon Diggs, Devin Hester, Ray Lewis. I mean, that is a sick list of headliners. Devin Hester, to me, the best kick returner of all time, the most return touchdowns. Tyreek Hill, fastest receiver in the game. Stephon Diggs led the league in receiving yards a couple years ago. Randy Moss on a flash. Hall of Fame 2018, so nice. $38 a spot. Mike, I do know Randy Moss has one of the most expensive autographs in football. So that would be quite the get for $38. Catch Me If You Can. Have not opened a single box in that series yet. Definitely looking forward to ripping some. And then the multi-sport slabs. Mike, this is probably my all-time favorite series we've ever had. And for one reason and one reason only.
Messi.
Lionel Messi in there. Looks like a 9.0 card. Mike, you're a huge card guy. What are all the details you can give me and everyone else on that Lionel Messi card?
Well, Messi's pretty awesome. It's out of Panini Mosaic. It is a green Mosaic Prism card.
Okay.
I believe If I'm not mistaken, that it is serial numbered, but do not take my word for that. I don't know
Okay.
100% if that's certain, but yeah, it is graded HGA 9 mint, and it's a really nice card.
Yeah, and that Stephen Curry card, is
Ooh.
that a mint card as well?
That card is a PSA 10.
A PSA 10.
It is a PSA 10 and is numbered out of just 85.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
That actually, value-wise, is probably the most expensive card in the series.
Okay.
And it's probably over twice the buy-in value.
That's
if you bought a personal.
If you bought a personal.
You bought a personal.
So you get yourself Curry, and then there's a Joe Montana signed, looks
Yeah.
like. The Joe Montana signed. And let me let you guys in on something you may not know. So we're starting a new thing where we're going to have some gift cards in some of our series. So this Slab Series 2000 will feature $2,000 in UA gift cards. Some of the boxes will have $20. Some will have $500 along with the slab card hit. Some of those could have, you know, all sorts of different numbers, 100, 200. So you can win your slab and you can win some UA gift card cash. So that is definitely a really good series. Only 27 bucks a spot. Imagine hitting like a Messi and 500 bucks.
Be ridiculous.
It's, I mean, that's a great series. Probably our best multi-sport series we've had when you factor in, you know, you have arguably the best soccer player ever in Messi. You got Curry, who's among the best NBA guys ever. You have Joe Montana, 4-0 in the Super Bowl. And you got a lot of modern guys. Josh Allen is a pretty big name in the industry now for memorabilia. And Russell Wilson, not that much more Seahawk Wilson stuff is going to be out there in the future.
No, but you know what? If no matter what, he has cemented a name for himself enough in Seattle that it's like Brady on the Patriots.
Sure.
You know, like Brady will always be a Patriot. Like
sure.
Russell will probably always be a, you know,
well,
a
he
Seahawk.
He won a ring there.
Right. Yeah.
He won a Super Bowl. He almost won two if it wasn't for that 1 yard interception.
So I think you know, now is the so that's my speculation.
Sure.
Now's the time to go buy your Russell Wilson Seahawks stuff.
I mean, I'd like Russell Wilson on any
if
team.
you like him, good. His Seahawks stuff's probably dipping in value right now, but when he retires, it's gonna skyrocket.
Yes, it will.
So, we're knocking down slots left and right. Joe Pimentel is swooping in with an order here. We go ahead and get this.
I think he hopped into the slabs, looks like.
Yeah, so we are 2 spots away on multi-sport slabs now, and 2 spots away on Catch Me If You Can.
All right, good. Those new series, guys, I know we've talked about it a lot, but in case you just hopped in the last couple of minutes, the Catch Me If You Can replica helmet series, which includes a Randy Moss, brand new series. Not a single box has been ripped. Also, the multi-sport slabs that has Lionel Messi, my favorite athlete of all time, Curry, Joe Montana, the Russell Wilson we're talking about. Think a Serena Williams rookie card as well in there. So it's a great series. Those 2 series are fresh, and we've pulled nothing. We've got 1 through 15 on the ticker for the multi-sport slabs and 1 through 10 in the Catch Me If You Can replica series. The slabs are out of 40, Mike. The replicas out of 50. Personals, if you want a personal, you can obviously call out any box number. We can get it from the back. As far as those that we have in the room here, 1 through 15 on the slabs, 1 through 10 on the rep helmets. So let us know who wants to close it out. Obviously, we'll do those breaks coming up really fast. So if you're a believer in closer magic, hop in now. Hop in now. Ryan Murray's in here. Giovanni's in here. Giovanni's listening. He got himself a personal in those helmets. So we'll rip your personal maybe after we get the slab break done, because I think we're 1 away, Mike. 1 away on the slabs. Let's close that up, and let's rip a multi-sport slab. I mean, that's a really, really good series. Like, if it's anything like our last multi-sport slab series, I can tell you that even the non-headliner hits will be good ones.
Oh, yeah.
If it's anything like the last one, they'll all be good. And I like these headliners better personally. Obviously, probably because of the Messi, but
sure.
For me, I mean, Curry, too. Curry's my favorite NBA player right now. So
Love
it's like
some Steph.
That series, if I was buying into a break room, I would get into that one so I can get Curry and I can get Messi. And that Joe Montana would be good for my girlfriend's aunt. She's a diehard Joe Montana fan.
Oh,
So that's
Joe Cool.
Joe Cool. That's what I'd be playing right now for sure.
All right, one spot left in multi-sport slabs.
All right, and Giovanni, if you're out there, we're going to do this multi-sport slab break, and then we might do the replica helmet break, but we are happy to open your personal live on the air, Giovanni. Giovanni actually is the guy that does have them open live on the air. That's a name I recognize. He's one pretty good. Sounds good, says Shea Butter. I think that's
Shea.
Giovanni Shea.
I
All right,
hope so.
Giovanni.
If it's not, it's kind of a weird name.
That is a weird name. All right, guys, let's close up those slabs and those replica helmets. I'm like a kid on Christmas, Mike, for those slabs.
Yeah, let's
like,
get 'em.
If I pull the Messi, I will lose my mind. I literally might collapse in the break room. I'm trying to think of my favorite item that I've ever pulled, because my favorite athletes are, I mean, I love Patrick Mahomes.
Did you pull that Rooney?
Wayne Rooney, that was one of my favorite moments. Yeah, I was a Wayne Rooney soccer fan. I really enjoyed pulling LeBron James and Michael Jordan slabs.
Oh,
Those are
yeah.
two of my favorites. Definitely enjoyed pulling pretty much any Bear and Chief item I get excited about, but Lionel Messi would be next level for me. I know Joe Pimento is in there. Joe's a huge soccer fan. He's a Ronaldo fan.
Okay.
Unfortunately for me.
Your nemesis.
The nemesis. But I respect Ronaldo. What Ronaldo and Messi have done over the last 15 years is unprecedented. And I said this to my aunt on Skype yesterday. This might be the first year in the last 15 years where Messi, to me, is not the best player in the world, and Ronaldo's not second or third best. Like, they're still amazing, but it feels like they're finally starting to be human, those two guys. Somewhat human. Somewhat human. Leo Messi.
Still freaks.
Still freaks, for sure. I mean, they had that long run where one or the other was winning Ballon d'Or every year, except for Luka Modric snuck in there that one season.
Luka.
Hey, if your name is Luka, you're a pretty good athlete. Luka
guess so.
Doncic?
Yeah.
Luka Modric? Luke Skywalker? Who's good in Star Wars?
Our fellow UA employee, Luke?
Luke is great.
Yeah,
Luke
no,
from
it's
shipping.
That's all I'm saying. Got a whole bunch of great Lukas out there. Yeah, have you seen the movie Luca?
Yeah. I have not, actually.
It's good.
It's good. My name is Luca, says Bob. There you go. Hey, Joe, so I'll let you know on why I was a Man U fan. So, you may remember this guy, Dimitar Berbatov, or Berbatov as we call him. He's Bulgarian. He was the best Bulgarian soccer player in the early 2000s. He played for Man U. I also like David Beckham. So I liked Man U and Rooney because I liked Berbatov. So
There you go.
I've always liked Messi more than Ronaldo because I think he does better in terms of passing and dribbling. More creative player, but they're both obviously incredible goal scorers.
Good to go.
Good to go on the slabs?
Yeah, who closed it out, do you think?
I'm going to guess Joe.
Nope.
Bob?
Chris Roberts.
All right, well, Chris wants that Stephen Curry as much as I want to see the Messi pulled.
Yes.
So drop us a box number, Chris, or anyone else that is in that break. Drop us a box number. Looking forward to getting those multi-sport slabs started, rocking and rolling. We've got, let's see, James Stanhope, Joe Pimento, Pete O'Gean, Ryan Murray, who got the Randy Moss earlier today, and Chris Roberts coming in for the close. 1 through 15 on the ticker, guys. 1 through 15. You guys can have any one of those. Just drop us a number. It is a top spot break. So we open up the slab first, and then we randomize to see who wins. 3 says Chris, 12 says Joe. Chris just barely beat him. Chris showed up first on my end.
So
Did he show
3?
up first on your end too?
Yes, Chris.
Yes, okay.
3.
3. We'll go with 3. All right, thank you very much, Chris and Joe. Maybe we can do 12 on the next one, Joe. We go with whoever shows up first.
All right, here is number 3.
Number 3, number of AI, Allen Iverson. All right, so we open this up first. Guys, there could be gift cards in here. Not all of them contain gift cards. Some do, some don't. This one definitely does. A $20 Ultimate Autographs gift card. So the winner of this break will get 20 bucks Ultimate Autographs gift card in addition to the slab. So $2,000 worth of gift cards in these 40 boxes. Some will be 20, one will be 500, and some other values as well. As for the slab, ooh, baby. This is nice. This one is signed, Mike. We got a trading card, Warren Sapp, PSA DNA certified. Warren Sapp signed,
Nice.
Big 99. Warren Sapp, the 1999 Defensive Player of the Year, number 99. 7-time Pro Bowler. He's a Super Bowl champ. Part of the NFL 1990s and 2000s All-Decade team.
Sick.
Just under 100 career sacks as a defensive tackle.
And that is a Warren Sapp rookie card.
A Warren Sapp rookie card. Let me read the back and then I'll flip it for you. It says, this is his college stuff. Redshirted at Miami in 1991. 81 career tackles, played in 92, 93, 94. Had a bunch of sacks, 10.5 sacks in 94 for Miami. Expected to start a defensive tackle. Finest college defensive lineman in draft. Determination, quickness, explosive start enabled him to hit gaps. Runs a 40-yard dash in 4.71 for this big man. That's what it says on the back.
Wow.
You know, you can read it once you get the card. But you do see this is autographed. The rookie card, it is autographed by the great Warren Sapp. He was kind of like Aaron Donald before Aaron Donald. A defensive tackle that would actually get sacks. It's normally the edge rusher, linebacker types that get sacks. But Warren Sapp was so good, he beat you straight up the middle and got sacks anyways.
Scary.
Scary Terry. Warren Sapp. Beautiful slab. We're going to head to the randomizer to see who is taking home Warren Sapp. Also going to get 20 bucks UA gift card. So,
Which I'm ready to issue.
Mike is ready to issue that as soon as we see who wins Warren Sapp. So that's a good example of a non-headliner hit. You get yourself a rookie card signed by one of the best defensive linemen of all time. All right, 6 clicks on the randomizer. 5 clicks. Joe is up top, but Joe, wait a minute. We got one more. 6th and final click. It is James Stanhope. James Stanhope, I believe, the first person to order into this series. I think he actually got it with the second order, though. James Stanhope.
Very nice.
Very nice, James. You get yourself 20 bucks UA gift card and a signed Warren Sapp. Signed Warren Sapp. Rookie card, Mike. Rookie card.
Sick.
That is pretty sick. James Stanhope, congratulations, man. I will bag and tag this for you. But if you are watching, a great start to the show for you, James Stanhope. James likes some of these mixers. He cleaned house in the multi-sport mixer for St. Pat's. Now getting off to a good start with Warren Sapp. Very nice.
Sweet.
4.71 40-yard dash. He's a big dude.
That's ridiculous.
That's pretty ridiculous. All right. Congratulations, James Stanhope. All right, Mike, how close are we on those reps? Are we
still the same.
Still-
2 slots away. Just kidding, sold out. Just got an order in.
That's a good point, Bob. We can look into that for sure. All right, so sold out on those rep helmets. Drop us a box number if you are in that break, and then we're going to actually do the personal after this break. So we'll see a couple of rep helmets. Giovanni will have his personal, and then we'll see who gets these next. And I'm going to show that off one more time in case you guys didn't get a good enough look. This is Warren Sapp as close as you can see.
You're good to go on that.
Out of Skybox, Mike.
Very nice.
There you go. 7, says Eric. Thank you very much, Eric. Box 7, let me take that off the ticker, and Mike will get it. A brand new series. 7 is off the ticker, and I'm going to take those minis off the ticker, because those minis are Closed, done and dusted. Done and dusted. Thank you very much, Mike.
You got it.
These are all replica helmets. Full-size replica helmets. Randy Moss is a big name in this series, but obviously, maybe for you as well, my favorite hit in this series might be Devin Hester.
Same.
But, you know, we're Bear fans, so...
A little biased.
We like it, and it's called the Catch Me If You Can. So there's a Devin Hester, a Randy Moss, a Tyreek Hill. It's fitting. It's called the Catch Me If You Can series. All right, we're going 6 times for your divisions, guys. Good luck, everyone. The inaugural Catch Me If You Can break. One more click. These are our divisions. Eric should be up top. Aaron should be at the bottom. Eric G. Is that Germani, Eric? How do you say that? Eric, you're in the NFC North, which could be Randy Moss. That'd be quite a hit to start the series. Dwayne Robbie. Dwayne, haven't seen you in a minute. Dwayne, the big Bengals fan in the NFC South. Eric out in the East. What's your team, Eric, too? I don't recognize Eric before, so maybe he hopped in yesterday, looks like. What's your team? I like asking that of all our new customers. Bob Boulay, you've got the NFC West. Caden out there. Caden's in here in the chat. Caden, you've got the AFC North. Eric's got the AFC South. Travis Blankenship. Travis, welcome back. Tattooed Tyrant. And then Aaron Nelson in the AFC West. A double in the rep, anyone, says Chris Gibbs. Eric is an Eagles fan. Very nice, Eric. So, Chris, if we can get 3 other people to agree to that, we're happy to make that a double. If anyone else wants a double in that rep series, let us know. Let us know. Go Pack Go, says Christopher Gibbs. Okay. If you are interested in that double, guys, let us know. Definitely happy to make that happen if we have enough of you guys who want that. All right. First box of the series. A lot of Eagle stuff in our break room, so you're in the right place, Eric. There's an Eagle in this series. Michael Vick.
Yes, he is.
Michael Vick on the Eagles. That'd be quite a get. Well, it's fire in the break room. How about starting the series with the headliner hit? Stephon Diggs on the Buffalo Bills flash. Stephon Diggs, all-pro, Pro Bowler receiver. He led the league in receiving yards 2 years ago. Josh Allen's favorite target, one of the best receivers in the game, Stephon Diggs. What a beautiful start. Beautiful flash. AFC East. Travis Blankenship. 1 spot in there, Travis. All it takes is 1 to win. First break of the series. A headliner hit already. Let's go.
Sick.
Travis, you watching, buddy? Because that is a great hit to get us started.
What a hit.
What a hit. Mike, one of my favorite flash helmets in the game, the Buffalo Bills.
It's pretty sick.
It is very sick.
It is disgusting.
Bob, I know. Bob doesn't like the autograph. I'm sure Joe Aguilar doesn't like it either. It's a little quickly lined. But you know what? The player and the helmet itself, I don't even care about the signature if that's how good it's going to look. And that's how good the player is going to be. Let's go, says Travis, giving the claps. Let's get it, Trav.
All right.
Good hit to get us started. Giovanni, now is a good time to do that personal, Giovanni. Let us know what number you want. We have 1 through 10 in the room, but if you do order a personal, you can have any other box. We can get it from the back if you want anything 11 through 50.
Mr. James Stanhope, your $20 gift card has been issued.
Awesome.
And
Thank you
hey,
very much, Mike.
just so everybody remembers, Fast Break NBA jerseys is our chase for today.
Sure is.
That list is ready for the end of the program, but we can always add to that list.
Yes, we can. Box 6. All right, Giovanni, thank you very much.
Cool.
Giovanni's making it nice and easy, going with what we already have in the room. All right, 6 is going off the ticker. 7 is already off. What a start to those rep helmets. All right, here's Giovanni's personal.
6.
Catch Me If You Can is one of my favorite movies ever,
Oh.
Mike, with Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks.
So good. Frank Abagnale Jr.
Yes, and that's based on a true story.
Certainly is.
Those type of movies have me and my mom hooked, at least. That's what we like to see. All right, box number 6. Let's see what we got, Giovanni. If it's anywhere as good as what we just saw, you're definitely going to get yourself quite a hit to get us started. Fresh series, guys. We had Quadrina in here. Katrina named Quadrina on Twitch saying, man, those minis went fast. These reps could go fast. So if you want to get in, let us know. And if you guys want a double, let us know. Christopher Gibbs would like a double. So if you want to join Chris in on a double, happy to make that a double, but we want typically more than one person wanting that. All right. Alrighty, it's a Minnesota Viking. It's not Randy Moss, but it is a great Vikings receiver. We have Anthony Carter on the lunar helmet. Anthony Carter, a 3-time Pro Bowler in the NFL. He was a Big Ten MVP at Michigan. He is a college football Hall of Famer. He was a great returner as well, especially in college. Not only a receiver, punt and kick returner, had all sorts of records at Michigan. Really solid career with the Vikings as well. Anthony Carter on the lunar replica for Giovanni. Very nice. A lot of receivers, looks like, so far.
Yeah.
In this series, it is the Catch Me If You Can. Giovanni says, nice, I like the lunars. Lunars are fresh. I like the lunars a little more than the eclipses typically, but that's just my preference, of course. My favorites are the flashes, though. I love a good flash. It is flashy, as it would indicate, Mike.
I concur. I had to use the concur because we were talking about Catch Me If You Can.
But do you concur courteously?
Do you concur?
Do you concur?
Darn it. Should have concurred.
I should have concurred. It is incredible that he impersonated a doctor.
Successfully.
Successfully.
Yeah, like he didn't kill anybody.
He didn't kill anybody.
To our knowledge.
Yeah, that's wild.
It is crazy. A doctor, a lawyer, a pilot, gee whiz.
He was brilliant.
A fake one of all those things.
That's right. Well, he was hard to catch. Anthony Carter was hard to catch. Stephon Diggs,
very hard to catch.
very hard to catch. Just ask the Saints. Remember that touchdown Stephon Diggs had?
Gosh.
That last second touchdown to win the game?
Yep.
Back in his Minnesota days?
It's he's been on the Bills long enough now that it's hard to remember him as a Viking.
Yeah.
You know? Making that transition.
Sure.
Although, you know what? Brady never looked like a Buck to me.
No, he didn't.
He looked out of place in that uniform.
He did. He certainly did.
You know, a lot of big moves happening in the NFL in the last week.
You kidding me?
So.
Devontae Adams to the Raiders?
What the heck?
Did Aaron Rodgers know? I mean, I don't know, because that's a tough blow
Honestly,
for Mr. Rodgers.
You know what I feel like happened, and I don't know if anybody would ever admit to this being the case.
Sure.
But I feel like Aaron Rodgers was probably like, yo, Devontae, we're gonna go somewhere together in the offseason. And then I think Aaron Rodgers' lady that he is now rekindled with was like, hey, no, you gotta stay, you gotta be true to your roots. And so he was like, all right, I'm gonna stay, take this big deal. And I bet you Devontae Adams was a little pissed.
Well, the interesting story with Devontae Adams is, and this is something that James, one of our co-hosts, who's a Raiders fan, said. So Devontae Adams and Derek Carr were teammates at Fresno State.
Sure.
So he's reunited with this college quarterback. So maybe Devontae Adams, this is something James said. I don't know if it's accurate, but it's something to think about. Like maybe those guys wanted to get reunited.
Sure.
And Devontae Adams thought Rodgers was gone.
Sure.
And he had already agreed with Derek Carr, hey, let's do this.
Very possible.
Let's get back together. Let's make it happen. Because, I don't know. I mean, as a Bears fan, I'm all for Devontae Adams gone. Because not only is Devontae Adams a top 5 receiver in the game, if not 1 or 2, Aaron Rodgers was obsessed with him. Like, he literally targeted him even too much. So, and I'm sure Derek Carr will love him, but where is he going to get that much targets? I don't know.
You know,
so it was definitely quite the move.
You know what I feel really bad for, though? The Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Steelers?
Yeah. They just lost Juju.
To the Chiefs.
Let's
go, Juju.
Just lost Juju to the Chiefs, and their new starting quarterback is son of a Mitch. Mitchell Trubisky.
I know.
So terrible.
We'll see if he wins that job. I can see
not going to win anything other than a ticket home.
I can see them drafting a quarterback in the draft, and that quarterback winning out the starting job, possibly.
Yeah. I mean, that's possibly. Not only did you go out and get a subpar quarterback, but you traded away like your only good offensive weapon for him.
Yeah, it's a question mark for sure.
Weird.
Joey Morris saying they informed Rodgers Adams was leaving when he signed. He knew they were trading him.
Okay.
That's what they said. Of course they're going to say that.
Sure.
I don't know. That might be the fact. I'm not 100% sure. I don't like to throw guesses in either direction, but that definitely is possible for sure.
You know what I like to do? I like to write my ideas down.
Sure.
And then when somebody's like, "Where did you hear that?" I tell them I read it somewhere. Because I did. I wrote it down, and then I read it
from yourself.
Yeah.
Oh,
you tell somebody you read it somewhere, they'll be like, "Oh, okay, well, maybe."
Maybe. All right, guys. Well, hey, I just want to give you guys an update on our break page. We are currently wide open on the break page. We are wide open, but that doesn't mean that we can't rock and roll. Let us know what series you guys want to rock and roll with, and we are more than happy to fill up breaks. Our brand new Catch Me If You Can series does have a Randy Moss flash helmet out there. That, of course, is available as a personal. We had Stephon Diggs very early in that series, a headliner hit. I want to see the Michael Vick, fastest quarterback ever, #1 career yards per carry. There's a Ray Lewis, NFL's all-time tackle leader. That's a 6 series. And then the multi-sport slab, Mike, in addition to the sick list of headliners, including my favorite athlete, Lionel Messi, there's a Stephen Curry, Joe Montana, and more. There are gift cards sprinkled into that series. So most of the boxes contain a gift card. Not all, most do. There's a gift card of $500 hidden somewhere in that series.
$500 gift card.
There are a total of $2,000 worth of gift cards in there, spread out through the 40 boxes. So
you don't want to leave that sitting out there.
No, you don't. So hop into the multi-sport slabs. Joey Morris saying, might be false. I wanted Broncos to get Rodgers, but now happier with Wilson. Rodgers is different, LOL. I think Russell Wilson, to me, seems like maybe a better leader. There's just something about Aaron Rodgers that's always rubbed me the wrong way. I think he's a fantastic player. I mean, I do think he's better than Russell Wilson, but I don't know if he's significantly better. I would definitely say Russell Wilson is an excellent consolation prize for the Broncos.
I would say that for the team and for the organization,
sure,
you're better off with the Russell Wilson because not only are you getting a considerably above average quarterback,
well above average,
right, but also on top of that, you're getting someone that is going to be good for your community and good for your team image.
Yes, indeed.
He has been an integral part of the Seattle community since he's been with the Seahawks. A lot of great charity work, non-for-profit work, him and his wife.
Sure.
And now they're going to be bringing that to Denver, Colorado, which is going to be awesome for them. It was a great decision.
And Russell Wilson is in that multi-sport slab. Looks like a 9.5 graded card of Russell Wilson. By the way, Russell Wilson, for the first time ever this last season, actually got hurt. He had played like every game he'd ever played in. He'd also had a winning season all of his seasons. So actually him getting hurt could allow him to refresh his mind, his body, and everything. That series, by the way, is a quarterback's heaven. We have Josh Allen, who I think is probably the second best quarterback in the NFL, maybe behind Mahomes. I mean, maybe it's Rodgers and Brady, then Allen fourth. But long-term, behind Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen is the quarterback that I like the most. Joe Montana, all-time great quarterback. Obviously, Lionel Messi on Barcelona, the team he belongs on. My favorite athlete, the Clásicos today, Barcelona and Real Madrid, actually kicking off right now. 3 o'clock kickoff our time. So, let's not forget Steph Curry.
Oh, yeah.
That card is worth a lot, as Mike pointed out earlier, and Serena Williams' rookie card in the slabs.
I feel like Josh Allen is like the quarterback of the future. The dude's 6'5", he runs, he stands in the pocket.
Sure.
Like, he does all of the different things. He just needs the rest of the team to fall in around it.
And I think that's what we've seen these days. Obviously, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady are all-time great passers. They'd be amazing in any era. But the quarterbacks growing up these days, they are dual-threat quarterbacks, and they're better overall players.
Yep.
And that's how you grow up. You grow up to pass and run. Like, Patrick Mahomes is a good runner. He's more of a passer, but Mahomes can run. Dak Prescott can run and throw.
Yep.
Josh Allen can run and throw. I mean, Russell Wilson is another guy like that. He's a little bit older, but I mean, you look at Lamar Jackson, even Justin Herbert, a little bit more of a passer, but he can run when he needs to. Good runner as well. Joe Burrow can do a little bit of that as well. So it's like the modern day quarterbacks, like Mac Jones is an exception. Mac Jones is a pocket passer.
Yes.
But most of the young quarterbacks in the league can pass and run. And a lot of them, though, they run to pass. That's what Mahomes does. He runs around in the pocket. He may not get 100 rush yards, but he'll run around to create the pass.
Yep.
And that is an incredible skill set that those guys have. And Josh Allen has speed and strength. He's like Cam Newton, but a better passer.
Yes, I was actually going to compare him, and you said the guy's name already was to Justin Herbert.
Sure.
Justin Herbert's 6'6". He's even an inch taller than Josh Allen is. And same deal. Like they have the same poise back there. They can stand in the pocket, they can throw to run, they can scramble, they can run for 10 yards. They can do just about anything. And when you're that size, who wants to tackle a dude that's 6'5", 6'6", like 265 pounds? Not me.
I wouldn't want to do it, that's for sure. There's a lot of good quarterbacks. I mean, who for me, like, I'm a little biased. I'm a Chiefs fan, but I look at what Mahomes has done so fast in his career with all the yards he's put up. He's already won the Super Bowl. He's already won the league season MVP. He set all sorts of records for, fastest to this many yards, fastest this many touchdowns. He's number one for me, but I mean, who is number one? Who are your top 5 young quarterbacks? Let's get Brady and Rodgers out of this discussion, because I'll give you mine real fast. I've got Mahomes number 1. He has proven he's won the ring. He's won the MVP. I've got to put Josh Allen number 2. I think he's been a runner-up MVP type guy already. He can run and pass, as you said. I like Joe Burrow number 3 because he's already made the Super Bowl already in his second year as a starter. Let's see. Those would be my top 3. I'm trying to think. There's so many of them. Gosh. Herbert, I guess, would be my number 4. He set all sorts of passing records as a rookie.
Disgusting.
And who would be number 5?
That's a toss-up. I mean, like,
there's so many good young quarterbacks. I mean, Dak Prescott, do we count him as a young quarterback? Because he's a little bit older.
He's on the cusp.
Yeah, I mean, we have Lamar Jackson, who's a former league MVP as well in that discussion.
A young buck, yeah.
And he's gotten better at passing.
He has gotten better at passing. I agree.
Gosh, there's so many good young quarterbacks in the league right now. And that's why the Browns went out and got Deshaun Watson. Because the Browns have Kareem Hunt, who has issues off the field. The Browns care about one thing and one thing only: winning. They've never won a Super Bowl, I don't believe. Cleveland has won, one NBA ring, and have they won a World Series?
Thanks, LeBron.
Thanks, LeBron. This one's for Cleveland.
The Indians, I believe, won, but they have not won as the Guardians yet.
Okay, there you go. So Cleveland wants to win. They paid big bucks. I think Deshaun Watson, the largest contract as far as guaranteed money.
Yes.
That is money he can keep. So even if he gets sued civil lawsuits, he keeps that money, does he not? I mean, that's kind of a big risk for the Browns to give him all that guaranteed money. Hey. But it shows you in the National Football League. By the way, Deshaun Watson, if we're talking young quarterbacks,
next level.
He would probably be number 3 now that I think of it. Pure talent, maybe number 2. A career passer rating, Mahomes is number 1. Rodgers and Watson tied for number 2. So I might have to redo my list. I forgot about him. I'd say Mahomes, Watson, Allen, Burrow, Herbert. Crazy.
You know, and I'll tell you, my super early prediction is that the Chargers are going to win the Super Bowl next year.
Okay, that's a bold prediction with that division, especially.
I know it's bold, but man, like they're following the Rams recipe for success.
Sure.
And they are the second team in that city now with that Super Bowl win this last year with the Rams. I mean, that's the Rams town right now. That's not Chargers town. So I think they went out and got Khalil Mack to play opposite Joey Bosa.
That's a pretty sick rushing combo, like pass rushing combo.
Disgusting. Like they went out and got Like they went out and got Von Miller to pair with Leonard Floyd.
Yeah, that's pretty sick.
I mean, like, I just like they're following a lot of the same formula. I think they've got a good shot this year.
Get yourself some good edge rushers and add some talent around the quarterback. I'll tell you this about the Chargers. I want to see them do something first because they're a franchise that hasn't won in the past. And they've had talent. They had Phillip Rivers, Antonio Gates, and LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the all-time great running backs on the same squad. They didn't reach a single Super Bowl. So I'm a little skeptical of the Chargers. I do agree with what you're saying. And maybe if it was a different franchise, I might be more inclined to believe you. But that division is so interesting because you can't, I mean, I guess you can have 4 playoff teams, but it's going to be really hard with everyone. Obviously, we have the Chiefs, who are the class of the league. Like, they've made the most conference championship games, most Super Bowls in recent years. You've got the Broncos, who had a great defense last year. They added Russell Wilson. And then you've got the Raiders, who added Devontae Adams to a team that already made the playoffs last year.
Yep.
And then the Chargers with all those additions you mentioned. I don't know. I don't know who's going to be the team left out. My only inkling is that the Broncos and Chiefs get in, and Raiders and Chargers battle it out for that last playoff spot. And I hate to say it, but I feel like the Chargers could charge her. That's what they do.
Yep.
But they could also win it all, and that speaks to there's not a clear-cut team in the NFL that I say is clearly better than everyone else. A couple years ago, I felt that was the Chiefs, but right now, there's not one team that I say, yeah, those guys are scary, we're not going to beat them. I would pick the Chiefs as my Super Bowl champion just because adding Juju Smith-Schuster to an already great offense is absolutely sick. But that's not one of those deals where I feel extremely confident in that pick.
You know, for me, it's we have this talk every year, and then I just always default back to depends on who stays healthy.
Sure.
Right? You know, injuries will just destroy a team. So, all about keeping those guys healthy.
All right, guys, I'm going to give you guys a rundown of our website. We haven't had any orders in a little bit. Mike and I both dropped those chats. I want to give you guys a solid 15 at least, if not more. We'll be on until at least 325 regardless. Then we'll see where we're sitting at. We are going to have a top spin wheel chase. So let's give it 15 minutes, 16 minutes for Joe Montana in our multi-sport slab series. Let's see where we're at 325. We get halfway there in any series. I'm happy to keep ripping boxes, happy to stay on the air as long as you guys want, as long as we are getting orders. This is the fresh series in the room. Michael Vick on the Eagles. I know we have Erickson here, a big Eagles fan. I know Matt Kratzer plays sometimes. He's a big Eagles fan. You can get Michael Vick, NFL Comeback Player of the Year on the Eagles. Came back from prison and dominated.
Literally comeback player of the year.
Literally. Devin Hester, the all-time greatest kick returner, most kick/punt return touchdowns. If you combine the most return touchdowns in the history of the NFL, actually, I think he has the most punt return touchdowns, not the most kick return, but you add them up, most total.
Sure.
Ray Lewis, most tackles in NFL history. I know, Bob, that wasn't a stat right away. But Keenan Allen, the great, maybe the most underrated receiver in the game. He's a guy that gets over 1,000 yards almost every season. I believe 5 straight Pro Bowls. Tyreek Hill, I think, has 6 straight Pro Bowls. And then Randy Moss, Hall of Fame 2018 on the Flash, second all-time in receiving touchdowns. That is a fresh series in the room. That is one we can rock and roll with if you guys want. Want to throw up a couple other series, these multi-sport slabs. I know we've talked about this a lot, so I'll throw this up quickly. We have a Joe Montana signed card. We've got a Josh Allen card. Lionel Messi, the best soccer player ever, to me at least, my favorite athlete. Russell Wilson, a 9-5 card on Seattle. Serena Williams, rookie card. Stephen Curry card. And then Tyler Hero. So those are the fresh series. But we have a lot of other good series. This is our chase right here, Mike. We've still got that beautiful Julius Erving jersey, the fast break basketball jersey.
Dr. J's still out there?
Dr. J's out there. Actually, a lot of the headliners are out there. Haven't seen Steve Francis get pulled, Nick Van Exel either. So that's a good series. League winner jerseys. I really want to see that Jalen Waddle come out. That's a guy who I think
Heck yeah.
his value is going to skyrocket.
I totally agree. I love Jalen Waddle.
So Jalen Waddle's a big talent. That's our football jersey series. We're roughly halfway done with that series. This is the beater box. We only have 5 beater boxes left. I believe Randy might have gone yesterday, but Mike, you know this. There's a lot of Dawkins and Justin Jefferson in there. So
Absolutely.
possibly one of those are still hiding out there in that beater box. So that's a good series to rock and roll with. This is probably the best series we have on the site. The buzzer beater authentic helmets. Got a whole bunch of speed flexes in there. Ray Lewis is out there still. The NFL tackle leader. Travis Kelce on the Flash. Emmitt Smith Eclipse. George Kittle camo. Antonio Gates. Jalen Ramsey. Lawrence Taylor speed flexes. Those are sick.
I'll tell you what, I'm usually not a fan of camo in general.
The Kittle one looks good.
It's not my jam, but on the helmets, I just mean like in life.
Sure.
I'm not a huge camo guy.
Sure.
So, man, those helmets, it looks good. Every team looks good with that camo.
And take a look at some of these non-headliner hits in this series. Drew Brees is not a headliner.
What the heck?
Tony Romo, Stephon Diggs, Eric Dickerson,
Whoa.
Deion Sanders, primetime, best corner in the game. O.J. Simpson, the great running back. Eric Dickerson still has the most rush yards in one season. And then Brees, like he's number 2 all time in pretty much every statistic. So there's a lot of good helmets in that series. We're very fresh into that series as well. So a lot of good stuff there. Those are some of the series we have on the site. I'm happy to rock and roll with whatever you guys want to roll with, and we will make it happen. We do have Loaded Dice Baseball, I think is the only one I haven't showed. So let me pop this back on the screen. There's talk of us possibly going back to single box breaks in this series. So if you want to get something loaded, get 3 balls for $70 a slot, hop in while you still can. There's a Mike Trout baseball in there, Mike.
Yep.
I believe you told me this, or I heard it somewhere. $425 an autograph.
Yes.
You can get that for $70 in here.
$425 an autograph, plus you have to provide the ball.
Yeah.
So
That's
they're not super, but they're still they're like $12 for an official Major League Baseball.
We get you all of that. This Cal Ripken Gold Ball, most career games in a row played. I got the Aaron Judge, the power hitter. So a lot of good stuff in that series. So if there's anything you want to get into, let us know now. We have about 10 minutes until we're headed to the wheel spin. If we get some orders hopping in, we will stay on a whole lot longer. But 10 minutes, 11 minutes officially, now 10 minutes. There you go. 10 minutes until that wheel spin, unless we fill up some breaks. I do want to let you guys know, I know maybe not as many of you guys are watching at the moment, but we do have a special March Madness challenge. So I'm going to throw up this bracket we have, Mike. So this is the bracket of who we have out there. So I'll play a video here in a second so you guys get a better idea of what's rolling down. But these are orders that we've had since March 14th, runs through March 20th. These are the folks who have made the most orders. It's a bracket challenge. The more spots you have, the better chance you have to win, but a 16 seed could beat a 1, just like March Madness. So this is a drawing for a Kyler Murray full-size authentic, but 2nd, 3rd, and 4th also get prizes. So this is the last day for this March Madness bracket, very last day if you want to get your spots and get a chance to win some stuff. Last day of that, I'm actually going to drop that video in while I give you guys 9 more minutes here on some orders. So let me see where the March Madness video is. This is our bracket right now. And then this is that March Madness video to give you guys a little bit more of an opportunity to see what it is. Let's see where that video is. For some reason, I'm not seeing that video in our tabs. I know
all the way at the top, maybe? Is it all the way at the top?
Let's see, all the way at the top. I was just in here. March Madness Saturday update. Yeah, I don't see that video right now, but I will drop that in for you guys as soon as I find it. I'll drop it in tonight for sure. But basically, The way that works is you can get yourself a full-size authentic Kyler Murray with those spots. Disgusting indeed. Let me pull this up. Guys, who else in the chat wants to get into something? We have 8 minutes on that deadline that I mentioned. Let me know. That start date was March 14th. March 14th on that start date. So let us know if you want to hop in there. We are more than happy to make that happen.
Let's get it.
Let's go. Get your spots now. Obviously, guys, any breaks that don't fill up to this show do carry over to the night show. So you'll have an opportunity to see your breaks tonight, 8 o'clock Central Time. It is Steven going to be in for Mike producing. I will still be breaking.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. Joe was mad. We didn't replace the keyboard right now. We are working on a replacement. The keyboard...
We actually just put a bad one in there for Joe every Saturday to see if he'll notice.
There you go. I will say this about the keyboard. Knock on wood, it is doing well right now.
Knock on wood.
Knock on wood, the keyboard.
Gotta knock on wood. Sorry, it's a song.
Okay.
If you didn't know.
I believe it's a song. I don't feel like you'd be humming that normally.
No, that's a pretty weird thing to be humming.
All right, this is this March Madness video.
March Madness is one of the most exciting times of the year for sports fans. And this year, you get to take part in the action. Ultimate Autographs. Between March 14th and March 20th, the Ultimate Autographs Live Break Room will be hosting its own March Madness tournament. Every single live break spot you purchase goes towards your individual point total. The top 16 collectors with the highest point totals will be put into our March Madness bracket and seeded based on the collector that accrues the most points. For example, if Bob orders 50 break spots, which is more than anyone else that week, he receives the first seed with 50 points. If Jordan has the 16th most points with 14, he will face off against Bob in the first round with 14 points. Then using draftpicklottery.com, we will have Bob and Jordan face off using their 50 points and 14 points to determine who moves on to the Elite 8. And just because Bob has better odds doesn't mean Jordan can't pull off the upset. All of our final 4 contestants will receive a signed autograph item from a current star or legend, with the champion receiving a signed authentic helmet from Kyler Murray. So don't delay. Every live break spot you purchase between Monday, March 14th and Sunday, March 20th now have even more value than ever. Only at ultimateautographs.com.
All right, guys. So that's that March Madness video. So that's the breakdown on that. So obviously hop into the break page and get your spots. Last chance for spots. That closes tonight. 18th minute at the Bernabeu. Real Madrid 0, Barcelona 0. The reason why Barcelona has a shot, Bob, I believe, unless something crazy happened, which wouldn't surprise me, Karim Benzema, the talented Real Madrid forward, he is out of that game. If Benzema was playing, Barcelona might be toast, but Real doesn't have their big goal scorer. Updating you guys on March Madness while we give you guys 5 more minutes to hop into the break page and get some orders. Houston 68-53 over Illinois, the 5 seed. Villanova taking care of business against Ohio State, the 2 seed 48-37. I got a big game coming up at 4:15, Mike. Duke and Michigan State. Coach K and Tom Izzo, perhaps the 2 best coaches in college basketball, mano a mano. Coach K's last season of college basketball. So he's looking to get Duke into the Sweet 16. I got Iowa State and Wisconsin tonight, Texas Tech and Notre Dame, Auburn and Miami, Purdue and Texas. Purdue, I have them in my Elite 8, so need that win. And then my national champion plays tonight. Arizona is my pick to win the whole tournament. I love their athleticism. I love their guard. They have a big guy down low who gets a lot of blocks as well. So I think Arizona is a very good team. Gonzaga got a scare yesterday, pulled out the win. And then obviously Baylor down 25 against UNC, came back to tie the game, only to lose in overtime. So a lot of good stuff going on in sports. March Madness, the Classico, it's kind of a dream sports day for me. I think, Mike, you have Auburn winning it all?
Yes, sir.
Auburn. I love their ball movement. Auburn looked really good in their opening round game. A big fan of Bruce Pearl and what he's done with that team. I know some question marks about his recruiting, but his charisma is definitely really good. Auburn have a real shot to get there. 3 minutes, guys. Giving you guys 3 minutes until 3:25 here. If you guys want to hop in on any other breaks, that is your deadline. Let us know what you guys think about March Madness, any other sports thoughts, or anything else you would like to get into in the break room. This is the time to holla at us, Mike.
That's right.
Holla, holla.
That's what I imagine when somebody says holler at me.
Holler at you, boy.
Whoa.
I'm assuming, Mike, you already have that wheel spin list ready.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause you are typically on top of that.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Top spot chase. All right, so this is everyone in that top spot. Stuart Shaganall's in there. We've got Brandon Chong, James Stanhope, and a whole bunch of Zachary Watson. So if you guys want to get in onto the fast break or any other breaks, now is the time, ladies and gents. We have an official football 2-minute warning. 2 minutes. We get some orders. We get close on something. We'll keep a rocking and rolling. Otherwise, that will be the wheel spin. Want to give a shout out to Eric Germani, Chris Roberts, Ryan Murray, Giovanni Shea, Joe Pimento, Bob Boulay, Pete O'Gean, Travis Blankenship, Dwayne Robbie, Aaron Nelson, Zebediah Schutz, Michael Lepre, Ryan Murray, winner of the Randy Moss Mini, Zachary Erickson, Dylan Gorski, Ashley Schutz, Eric G again, Caden Chisholm, Gary Stone, James Stanhope, and I think we already mentioned Zachary already, but these are all the folks who hopped into the break page today. You guys made things happen. I want to give you guys a shout out to everything that you guys have done.
Thank you.
Did either of you two go to Rosemont this weekend? I did not.
No.
What happened in Rosemont?
Card show or trade show.
Oh, okay. Well,
yeah, no.
What were the big names?
Oh, there were a lot. There's tons of names. There were like over 100 names there.
Probably not as big as the one in New Jersey. Bob sent us a list of an upcoming signing in April in New Jersey. It was loaded. I mean, there was. I'm trying to remember who the names were, but there were some of the biggest names in sports.
Well, let me just tell you who's there today.
Okay.
Okay?
At Rosemont?
Rosemont.
Okay.
Cal Ripken Jr. Jerry West. Jim Kelly.
Okay.
Asante Samuel. Marvin Harrison. Devin Hester. Lonzo Ball.
Ooh.
John Cusack.
Ooh.
Troy Smith. Hope Solo.
Oh, a little soccer goalie.
Earl Campbell.
Ooh.
Austin Eckler.
Okay.
Jalen Rieger. Darnell Mooney. Marv Levy. Rocky Blyer. Jack Ham. Heinz Ward. Dan Fouts.
That's sick. I'm noticing a lot of names we have in our break room.
Randy Couture.
There you go.
Oh.
Got a great list of names. That is a sick signing. We probably have someone there. We may, or we don't. We may not. I don't know.
I don't know. Actually,
I'm not sure. We might have something there. But anywho, I'm gonna head to the randomizer, guys. Drop those names in that were in that fast break basketball chase, and we're gonna randomize 6 times for your divisions, or for the top spot. Excuse me, man. I'm losing my mind. Top spot wheel chase. 5. One more click. Zachary is first after 5. 6th and final click. James Stanhope.
Wow.
1 spot in there. James Stanhope. Already got $20 UA gift card for winning the slab break. Also won that Warren Sapp slab as well. James is top spot despite a whole bunch of Zachary. Just one James. James, you are the top spot chase winner. We'll give you about a minute, James. If you're in here, let us know what number you want us to start on. Otherwise, Mike will start on 1.
Be happy to.
Mike, before we do that, while we give him that second or two or a minute. If James is not here, do a dual spin from 1. Okay, we can do that, Bob. Want to ask you this and ask Bob or anyone else in the chat? Favorite hit in today's show, Mike. Favorite hit.
I'm gonna go with the Warren Sapp slab.
Warren Sapp slab. A rookie card, right? I think it was a rookie. That was pretty sick. For me, it's either that. I might give a slight edge to that Rep Stephon Diggs.
Pretty sick.
It was a sick flash for the Buffalo Bills. Actually, let me show it off here. Which one is this? This is the other one. We had two helmets in that Rep series. This is my favorite hit, the Stephon Diggs flash. This was Mike's favorite hit, the Warren Sapp slab. Bob likes the moss. Oh, holy moly.
Oh, whoops.
Whoops.
I'm still going with the Sapp, though.
Okay. All right, Bob, you might have me. This was the Randy Moss Eclipse we pulled earlier today. I forgot that happened. That was so early in the show that I almost forgot it happened.
It's funny.
Randy Moss Eclipse. All right. Well, those are all great hits. 6, says Greg Opalka. A lot of good hits, Greg. Hop into the break page. We can hop in now if you want to close anything up. Otherwise, we're back at 8.
All right.
So we're going to spin which way? Towards me?
Start at 1.
1.
Spin this way.
That way?
Yeah, towards me.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Good luck. Oh, that's a big spin.
Big spin. Let's get some big money. Big money, big money.
Come on, get some legs. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. Yes. Yes.
What do we got?
96.
96. Let's go. And guess what, Mike? Why did we spin a high number?
Did they guess?
Well, Bob said 57.
Oh,
so
okay.
when he's guessing like 22, we get like 30 or something low. He guessed better than average. So Bob Boulay, thank you very much for guessing better than average. James Stanhope, maybe you're not watching live, maybe you're watching on replay. But James, you had yourself a show.
Has been issued.
Warren Sapp slab. Mike issued you $96. Also issued you $20 Ultimate Autographs gift card. Those gift cards are spattered throughout our slab series. That'll do it, guys, for the early show. We are back tonight at 8 o'clock. It's going to be Steven producing. I'll be breaking. Mike is back tomorrow night at 7 o'clock breaking. We're on 12 and 7 Central Time, Monday to Friday. And, of course, 2 and 8 Central Time on Saturday and Sunday. It is a Sunday today, so it's 8 o'clock tonight. I'll see you then. Everyone else that's still watching, have an excellent afternoon. See ya.
Thank you for breaking with Ultimate Autographs in the UA Live Break Room. If you had an awesome time, you can join us again every day. We are live breaking certified sports memorabilia at noon and 7 p.m. Central Time every weekday, and 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. Central Time on the weekends. As a reminder, if you purchased a spot in a break that did not fill, your spot will transfer to the next UA Live Breaks broadcast. Thanks again for breaking with Ultimate Autographs. We hope to see you again soon.